Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We're back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we got back up on the winning stuff into 24. We kind of started to level out towards the top, but the big pickup today was this guy right here, Mr. Laserbeam. Guys, you haven't already, make sure you check out the new merch drop. We got hats, we got top 500 t-shirts, all the good stuff, and do appreciate those of you that have been using that code CHICKEN in the shop. Also, guys, I do appreciate it if you take a second to subscribe to the channel. It does help me out. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. So the big decision today was, do we go to 7, save for 7, or do we get the laser beam? And the laser's really strong. I don't know. I would suggest it to everybody to pick it up because it looks like, you know, it's going to be a heavy chopper bombardier season. Rocket choppers, I don't think they're going to survive against they're not going to do well against 200 building health. Laser rangers, I think there's just too many mines. There's too many mines for them to do good, and you know, they're so flimsy. Even with the extra troop health, I think there's just too much defense this season for them to work. So I think we're looking at heavy choppers and bombardiers for the rest of the way. And the laser is a great defense against bombardiers. So, but we do want to get to the end. We want to get to 7. We want to get to DBD. We want to get to the troop damage. That's going to be huge. And yeah, so we backtracked a little bit, but I think that's going to be fine. And so far, it's really been helping. As soon as I got the laser, we won like 7 in a row, like from 23 straight back to 24 again. So, yeah. Now, the thing at 6CR now is we've switched back to the spread out base. The compacts are better if you have the laser and some extra stuff. So I could run a compact right now, but I don't know. This base seems to be the flavor of the month for the moment. So let's just get into some hits. Wow, that was fast. And see what we can figure out here. So I've been playing around with what I want to do against these bases. Typically what I do is I drop from the side here, but I find what happens is I always end up losing heavy chopper. So let's just try a nice good old-fashioned chicken drop right from that right-hand side and see what happens there. Also, apologies about yesterday. I don't know what happened. My video didn't publish on time. It was set to schedule and everything, and I was just out in the morning and, well, I was fishing. So I was out on the boat, and I was not concerned about YouTube. So, yeah, I do apologize for not being able to get that out on time at 6 a.m. Eastern, like always. But they'll always be there. If it doesn't publish, then it's just something I screwed up. But that was, I don't know, that was a weird YouTube thing. I haven't seen that one before. All right, so we're coming down here. I kind of like this drop down from the bottom because it keeps our heavy choppers alive. This guy's also doesn't have a ton of defense, so that might be a bad example, but let's shock here. So the thing on the critter launcher bases, we just got to make sure that we're shocking those critter launchers. It's funny, going against a base that doesn't have them. I just did that recently, and it was like 30 seconds faster, so it's amazing how much these things really slow you up. Especially, you know, since everybody's using bombardiers. That's what we want to be. That's what we want to be using, because that's going to be very strong defense against them. Same as the laser beam. So most of the critter launchers are down. At that point, we can switch back to using second winds. I don't have any barrage or artillery, which would be nice, but I don't have it just yet. Let's throw some critters out for that shock mine and to hopefully distract any critter launcher critters that are still running around. Go ahead and use some second winds as we come into the finale over here. And in terms of time on these really dirty bases, I mean, honestly, as long as we're finishing them, we're going to be in, you know, looking pretty good. But we really want to be that around that 130 range if that's possible. That seems to be the sweet spot. If I can get these done in 130, I don't typically lose. But yeah. So let's see. I'm going to shock here. Oh, this might be the first one. I might be eating my words on it. All right, let's go for it. 140 something. It's not a ton of splash. There's that machine gun and the mortar that might get a little bit gross, but we've got so many troops left. We should be fine, I would think. So 134. That's right around the spot we want to be in. Let's see if it's enough. 134. 140. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Wow, that was a fast heavy chopper rocket chopper hit, dude. That was a fast one. Just right after I said I don't think they're going to be very good. I don't think they're going to be very good right now. They're a bit too slow. And I don't think they're going to be good long term either. So I don't think they're the best pickup for the moment. But that's going to get us back into 24, which is cool. Let's keep going. Let's keep it rolling. So that's kind of the idea for going against those compact bases. I think that's an easier way to do it. Maybe not necessarily the fastest way, because you do lose a little bit of time versus getting straight into the battle. But we were able to keep our heavy choppers up, so that was good. Yeah, so let's see. Here we go. All right, so we got another 22 here. Let's try this one again from the bottom. Let's try this one again. I mean, alternatively, what we can do is we can flare right away and drop from here and then shock critter launchers and boom cannons. But, I mean, this is just so much easier. It's so much easier. As long as they don't get a good time on us and we can base ride a little bit. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. All right, so let's go up here. Also, it keeps them all together. It prevents them from going, like, back... where did we take damage from? There's some mines there, I guess. It prevents them from going like this, where they go into the base and then they come back down. This guy does have a laser, I just noticed, so we want to be careful about that. So let's just save our GBE. There's no need to spend it. No need to spend it if we don't need to. Saving it is always the better option against these because we're going to need shocked. I think we can hit the laser and the critter launcher together. I think we can hit them together. Yeah, we can. That actually wasn't that hard. Alright. So let's hold on to our hats for the second. I'm putting a second window just because I don't want Kavan to get too close to the action. So we can keep some troops just in front of him. That'll be good. Alright, there we go. Lost a heavy chopper, but that's kind of okay at this point. Let's shock this critter launcher before he gets a chance to do anything. Second wind, just maybe we can try to overwhelm this a little bit before the laser gets totally out of control on us. Alright, that critter launcher is going to cause us some problems here in a second. Let's critter it. Okay, there we go. Get that out of the way. All of his critters are dead. Kavan's probably going to die because I did that. I mean, if he does or he doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Okay, let's move up here with the critters. Right on all those mines, nice and early. Get them out of the way. Do the same thing over here. Great job, Kavan, saving those bombardiers. Not too often we say that. Let's use another second wind. And we don't really have many shocks left. I think we're going to have to clear this stuff. That's always the thing you get into at the end, right? It's like, do you have enough GB to shock and flare, or do you got a free clear? And right now it looks like we got a free clear, unfortunately. So we'll take down this machine gun and then we'll go. And remember with 70R, guys, it's a very long time to get to that end of the... to get your flare to the end of the warship, because it's got to come all the way from down there. So just time for that. I've screwed that up a few times where I throw my shock and it takes longer than I expected, and then I get roasted by a hot pot or something. Boom, there we go. There we go. A measly, what did we get there? 2 stars? I mean, they're in 22, so we're kind of outranking people, but that's okay. That's okay. I mean, ideally we would get to rank 25 with this tech, but I don't know. It's going to take a very long time. So let's dive into the next one here. We'll do one more before we wrap things up here, guys. But you guys let me know in the comments. How are you making out? Where are you at? Are you coming into 6? Are you coming out of 6? Are you still at 5? Let me know that down below in the comments so then we can go over what you guys need to see. I imagine most of you are probably getting towards the end of 5 into 6, maybe a little bit after 6. So, yeah. So this is a spread out. So this is what we want to do on the spread basis, I think. We want to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we want to just delay this guy just a little bit. 1, 2, something like that. think the idea is once we get up to kind of there, we want to flare to the left side and keep them kind of all together that way. I've tried split dropping these bases before, and it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't seem to work for me. I mean, I just end up kind of fizzling. And yeah, let's use the second wing. We did lose some bombers somewhere. I'm not sure where. Even though we brought back all heavies. I don't think this guy has a laser beam. I don't see one. No. So that's good. I don't know. I might just let them go around on their own. I don't see a benefit really to flaring right now. We'll see how they kind of track. Because, I mean, we got to go down on that right-hand side, too. So I'm not sure what the best way around is going to be. Okay, I like that split. I like how they went there. Alright, let's go shock there. Shock here. And let's go second wind. Needs me another shock. Uh-oh. We've got critter launchers activated. Okay. Interesting. Shock that mess. I don't know where we're going. Let's critter over here. Oh man, I feel like we're getting such a good time here, but he might be doing a little bit better. Alright, let's see. Actually, what we can do, if we're on that engine, let's just forget about those guys. Shock this hot pot. And there we go. And we hit some trouble there. Not a bad hit, though. Not a bad hit. I think that's kind of how we want to do the spread bases, is hit them from the bottom. And then kind of either free clear or flare over, depending on how we get on through the base and just what that pathing looks like. It looked okay on that one because they kind of went left and right, which is ideally what we want. This is going to be close, but I think we've got him. I think we've got him, guys. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So come and get it. Come and get it. So I think that's going to wrap it up. We went over just what to do at 6 engines, and you guys let me know in the comments where you're at. You know, if you're doing good or if you're doing not so good, interested to hear. But yeah, I think that is going to be that, guys. Make sure to check out the new merch in the shop. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch you next one, guys. Check it out. Bang, bang.